In this series of terrifying scenarios, you are the main character. The question is simple. What would you do? Are you ready for a new scenario? Excellent choice. New scenario loading.
The Fling. You and your girlfriend of 7 years broke up about a year and a half ago, and you were starting to get over the breakup. You were planning to get married, so the breakup hit pretty hard. Your best friend has been trying to fix you up with his co-workers and friends. Some of the women were very beautiful, interesting and intelligent. But you weren't ready to move forward, so they eventually stopped texting and calling you. Dude, really? Brooke was fire, bro. What the fuck is up with you? It's been over a year. Hell, she has a kid by some other dude. Your friend yells, bursting through your open front door. Something told me to lock the door. You say it to your friend and yourself at the same time. First knock. I could have been in here beating off. Second. Pause nigga. Your friend says, interrupting your speech. Man, fuck you. You know what I mean. Steve, you're not helping telling me what I already know. Yes, Brooke was fire, and I dig her, but she wasn't over her ex, so we grew apart. You respond to your friend by throwing him a soda. A small smile grows across your face while you reminisce about Brooke and how she looked in that green dress that day. However, before you can fully engage the memory, your friend's voice crackles through the silence. Soda? Get yo I don't drink ass out of here. Steve says, catching the soda and immediately throwing it back. I'm single. You're single. We are single together for the first time since college. We outside, bruh. He finished holding up 2 tickets. Man, I'm not in the mood for another one of your thought parties. The last time one of them stole my laptop, bruh. You say to Steve, catching the soda and placing it back in the fridge. Hold up, is them tickets? You say finally, looking at your friend. Yes sir, Kevin Gates, front row. Your friend says, putting the tickets in his bag and grabbing a beer. Gates? Bruh, Gates cool and all, but I don't fuck with his music like that for a whole show. You say at the thought of the idea. Me either, but bitches do, Steve says, smiling, taking a swig of his beer. Fair enough. You respond, slightly confused still. So if you really don't like Gates, why not choose another artist? You add, taking Steve's feet off your leather sofa. If you had been with me when I bought these tickets, you would have said Kevin Gates too. There was 10 groups of bad bitches ahead of me, all buying what? Steve pauses, taking a drink while looking at your eyes. Kevin Gates tickets. You finish knowing the answer. Kevin Gates tickets. He agrees, whipping the tickets in your face before adding, be ready at 6. Oh, and don't embarrass me. Act like you're making money and put on some decent clothes. Steve finishes dropping one of the tickets in your lap. I mean it, man. None of that my bitch broke my heart shit tonight. Aight? Steve says, heading towards the front door. 6 o'clock, you say, slightly embarrassed by your friend's opinion of your recent wardrobe. 6 o'clock comes and you arrive at Steve's house. You pull into the driveway and notice an unfamiliar car sitting where Steve usually parks. Steve, bruh, I'm not in the mood for another thought party. Your place and definitely not mine ever again. You say it loud to yourself as you get out of the car. You walk up to the front door, twist the knob and walk in. Who the fuck are you? A voice booms from the other room as soon as you walk through your friend's door. You jump back while throwing up your guard. What the fuck? You say before adding, where are you? Where's Steve at? That's what I want to know. He told me he had Kevin Gates tickets and to come to his house to get it. He said he left the ticket on the counter, but I don't see it. The woman says, standing behind the wall in a form-fitting blue dress. Damn it, Steve. You say putting together your friend's plan. I'm Steve's best friend. I know where he put it. His plan was for us to meet here and go together. You say, holding up your hands, walking towards the kitchen. As you say this, the woman's phone rings. Hello? Yeah, I'm at your house. Oh, well, that's fine. Really, Steve? Get out my business, bye. She says before placing her phone back in her bag. That was Steve. He said that you don't really have a ticket. He knew you wouldn't check the envelope. And he made dinner reservations for our lonely dinner-dressed asses. The woman says, looking down at her dress. Knowing your friend, you don't even look in the envelope. You know what she said is true. You toss the envelope to the floor and introduce yourself in a booming voice from the kitchen doorway. Nice to meet you. My name is Zoria. She responds before continuing, so, you hungry? Zoria asks, smiling nervously. Now that you are calmed down from the shock at the door and the trick Steve pulled, you finally look at Zoria. She is breathtakingly beautiful. You take a moment to study her frame and get lost in her beautiful eyes. I mean, I know it's forward, but a no would have sufficed, Zoria says at the long silence. I'm sorry. Sure I could eat. You finally say, shaking out of the trance. Okay, cool, Zoria says, front door while saying, so, was I right? Did you and Zoe hit it off? Dude, knock. I could have been getting some. You say to Steve, throwing a couch pillow at him. Well, hopefully, you throw dick better than you throw pillows. Weak arm ass. Pause. Steve says, catching the pillow and returning it, hitting you in the head. Fuck you, bruh. You respond to Steve, picking the pillow up off the floor. I know it did. Zoe came to work Monday with the I got some dick walk, Steve says, plopping down on the couch next to you. I fuck with Zoe, she cool as fuck. Steve finishes grabbing the remote from the coffee table. Hold on, what do you mean? You ask your friend. Calm down, killer. I didn't ever fuck Zoe. I wanted to, but she wasn't going. But apparently, you got the juice. Steve says, turning on ESPN. Hey, man, I didn't say nothing. You respond, embarrassed by his statement. You didn't have to, and neither did she. Both y'all, my niggas. I'm happy for you. But yo. Steve continues but is interrupted by a knock at the door. See, that's how it's done, Steven. You tell your friend to go into the door. Who is it? You say, leaning into the door. Zoria. The voice booms behind the thick door. Steve smiles, jumps up, and begins to grind the arm of the couch as you open the door. Hey Steve, up to your regular antics, I see, Zoria says, catching Steve grinding on the couch arm. I need to talk you upstairs really quick, Zoria states, grabbing you by the arm. Aw shit. Steve says, grabbing the remote and sitting down. Y'all keep the fighting quiet. The game is about to start. Now gone crazy kids. Steve says, pointing to the upstairs. Fuck you, Steven, Zoria says, pulling you towards the steps. Zoria follows you upstairs to your bedroom, and you shut the door. As soon as you finish shutting the door, Zoria rips your clothes off and you have passionate sex right there on the floor. A couple hours pass. And Zoria walks down the steps. Steve is sitting on the couch and states, Damn Zoe, what you do to my friend. Upon hearing Zoria's heels on the steps. None of your business. Zoria responds quickly before continuing, just know he loved it. Zoria says, rocking her hips slowly. Oh yeah, so did you. I heard yo ass. Ooh. Oh shit. Steven counters, grinding the couch again. Ha, ha, ha. Fuck you, Steve. Zoria says, smacking Steven on the head like a horny puppy. Tell him I will call him later, Zoria says, walking out the door. Zoe. Steve calls out, walking towards the door. I know Steve, I would never. I really like him. See you at work. Zoria says, leaning back in the door before closing it. It has been almost a year since Steve set you up with Zoria, and things have only gotten better. You have gone on numerous dates and even cooked for each other. Zoria being the better cook, you both agree that she should do the cooking from now on. Which was a relief to you. You and Zoria talk for hours on the phone and in person. You found out things about each other that neither of you have ever shared with anyone else. In fact, you spend all of your free time together and even have keys to each other's apartments. Zoria comes to pick you up at your office for lunch. However, you never leave the office due to Zoria wanting to have sex on your desk. As she is getting dressed and you look at her naked body, you blurt out, I love you. Zoria freezes as if she heard a ghost. Oh. You add, nervous at her reaction, I'm sorry, damn, why did I have to say that out loud? You finish shaking your head at yourself. No baby, it's not that, Zoria states, walking over towards you, I love you too. But, you interrupt. But it's something I haven't told you, Zoria says, grabbing your hands and looking deep into your eyes. Then, she continues in a calm, stern voice, this may sound completely crazy, but I am a witch, and I have been alive for over 5,000 years. What do you do?